Have you ever felt like you're fighting an invisible enemy? Something that lurks within, making you doubt yourself, holding you back? Today, we're diving into a powerful idea. To defeat the darkness, you must first inhabit it. At first, this might sound strange. Why would anyone willingly step into the darkness? Isn't the goal to escape it? But think of it this way. Imagine walking through a dense forest at night. The shadows seem alive, the path uncertain, and every sound makes your heart race. It's easy to panic, to feel lost. But what if, instead of running, you stood still and adjusted to the dark? What if, instead of fearing the unknown, you let your eyes adapt, allowing you to see what was always there? That's what we mean by inhabiting the darkness. It's about confronting what scares us so we can move through it, not by force, but by understanding. Darkness comes in many forms. It can be internal, our fears, doubts, and insecurities, or it can be external, the challenges and struggles we face in the world. But here's the thing. The more we try to ignore or suppress these dark feelings, the more power they hold over us. Think about a time you felt anxious before a big event, like a test or a presentation. That fear is a form of internal darkness. Or maybe you faced something harder, like bullying or rejection. That's external darkness. In both cases, the instinct is to run away or avoid them. But what if the only way to truly overcome these fears is to step into them, to face them head on? So, how do we do this? How do we inhabit something that scares us? It starts with embracing our shadows. Instead of pretending they don't exist, we recognize them. Instead of letting them control us, we seek to understand them. Imagine you're terrified of public speaking. Instead of avoiding it, you decide to face it. You start small, practicing in front of a mirror, then with a few friends. Slowly, you build confidence. With each step, your fear shrinks because you're no longer running from it. You're making it familiar. The same applies to other fears, whether it's self-doubt, failure, or uncertainty. The more we lean in and acknowledge them, the less power they have over us. The process of facing darkness isn't easy, but it's necessary for growth. There are 4 key steps. Acknowledgement. Recognizing that darkness exists within and around us. Exploration. Delving deeper into our fears, understanding their roots. Acceptance. Embracing our struggles as part of who we are. Transformation. Using this understanding to grow stronger. Now that we've explored what it means to inhabit the darkness, let's talk about transformation. How do we turn our fears, doubts, and struggles into strengths? Transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey that requires patience and resilience. But by moving through the darkness, rather than avoiding it, we develop the ability to face life's toughest challenges with greater confidence. Acknowledgement. The first step is admitting that fear and uncertainty exist. Many people try to ignore their struggles, but real strength comes from facing them. Exploration. Once we acknowledge our struggles, we must understand them. Ask yourself, where does this fear come from? What's triggering my doubt? Understanding the why helps us take control. Acceptance. This is where true power lies. Instead of seeing our struggles as weaknesses, we recognize them as part of who we are. Once we accept them, they lose their hold over us. Transformation. The final step is using our experiences to grow. Fear turns into courage, doubt turns into determination, and darkness turns into a source of strength. When we go through this process, something incredible happens. We become more self-aware. We develop resilience. We gain empathy for others going through similar struggles. This personal growth doesn't just help us, it impacts those around us. By facing our darkness, we can help others navigate theirs. However, there's a fine line between exploring darkness and getting lost in it. It's important to have support, friends, family, or a mentor who can help us through difficult times. Facing darkness alone can be overwhelming, so never be afraid to reach out for help when needed. History is full of people who turned their struggles into strengths. J.K. Rowling. Before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon, she battled depression and financial struggles. Instead of letting these hardships define her, she used them as fuel to create something extraordinary. Both of these figures prove that by embracing our darkness, we can emerge stronger than ever. So are you ready to step into your darkness and reclaim your strength? Remember, the goal isn't to stay in the darkness, it's to move through it, to transform it into something powerful. Share your own story in the comments. What fear have you faced? How did you overcome it? Let's build a community that supports each other, because together we can turn our shadows into sources of strength. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more insights on personal growth and transformation. Because the only way to defeat the darkness is to first inhabit it.